If an interracial couple got caught, God help them. The police would kick down the door, drag the people out, beat them, arrest them. At least that's what they did to the black person. With the white person, it was more like, look, I'll just say you were drunk, but don't do it again, eh? Cheers. That's how it was with the white man and a black woman. If a black man was caught having sex with a white woman, he'd be lucky if he wasn't charged with rape, says Trevor Noah in the book Born a Crime. The black people being arrested or charged was likely to happen in a time period of racial segregation in South Africa known as apartheid, lasting from 1948 to 1994. In this video, we will discuss how apartheid started, how it affected everyone who lived in South Africa, and what caused it to end. Before we get into everything, let's find out what apartheid really is. Apartheid is a term that is used for segregation, not just for race, but for many other things like gender or religion. However, it was used in South Africa for race, giving white people more power and wealth and taking it from the native South Africans. The article, The Theory of Apartheid, Nationalist Racial Policy in the Union of South Africa, states about the word. Most definitions of the term are nebulous. Its application is something new under the sun, so far as union politics are concerned. Yet the term has gained wide use in the Union as a sort of catchword or political slogan to describe the nationalist policy. Although not yet a dictionary word, it nevertheless won the last election for the nationalists, who were mostly white-based and wanted segregation to happen. Now let's talk about how apartheid made its way into South Africa. Apartheid started when the Nationalist Party was elected into power in 1948. To know why the Nationalists became the government of South Africa, we have to go through a small piece of a very long background. So there were two main political party rivals before the election. The Union Party, the ones who were already in government and led by General Jan Smuts, and the Nationalist Party, led by D.F. Malan. The Nationalists were very low in numbers but were slowly growing from 1943 to 1948, picking up seats and supporters. The United Party still had a solid lead though. But Mallon made a speech that talked about what apartheid would do and won the hearts of many European voters, leading to the Nationalists winning the election and implementing apartheid. During apartheid, the groups that were segregated from each other were the whites, the natives, the mixed or coloreds, and the Indians. According to the Theory of Apartheid article, in two separate spheres, Dr. Malin has announced that he wants effective residential segregation. This means the abolition of mixed residential areas anywhere in the country and the establishment of separate villages for coloreds. The residential segregation of the former government, he says, only scratched the surface. The nationalist movement also opposes Europeans and non-Europeans mixing on equal terms at the universities. These were only some of the restrictions faced, along with others such as not being allowed in certain places unless it was for a job, usually low pay, and having close to no means of transportation. Because the natives couldn't take the bus, they created an illegal bus system to get from place to place. And for the example in the introduction, Born a Crime also states that a person earned 5 years in prison if they were caught breaking that law, and police officers were always looking through every single window to see if they were. Finally, in 1994, apartheid ended, giving freedom and rights back to native South Africans when an election was held and let everyone vote. The article, What Caused the Collapse of Apartheid, gives us some reasons for why it ended, like many protests breaking out, or the rise of an industrial labor force, the labor market distortions producing economic stagnation, or that a new leader of the Nationalist Party, Prime Minister de Klerk, was elected and he set a new constitution to finally get rid of apartheid. Apartheid caused lots of suffering for native South Africans for many years when the Nationalist Party was elected. Many changes happened in South Africa, eventually leading to apartheid's downfall and everything becoming fully democratic. Apartheid left an impact on today's society, showing how past racial or social inequality takes time to fully dissolve. Not a lot can be done to speed up this process of it disappearing, but people should try to do the best they can to help get rid of any injustice they see around them. Thank you for listening.